1,000 litres. This one is 35 to 45. So we will be able to fit big bales in that. It's 240 horsepower. We can run that on the case, not a problem. And it would be nice to have a telehandler, but again, with telehandlers, I can wait until one comes up in the store sales and grab one there, if I've got the cash at that point. Let us... Oh, look. On sale now, Krone Bale Shredder. Really? Oh, that's the thing that does the straw harvest pellets. You can make hay pellets and straw pellets. Again, not really. I've never really used the straw harvest. First year it was pay DLC. I think the second release might have been pay as well. It's now free DLC. But I've never really used it. Rather than having bales, and hey, bale storage shed, woo. You have to figure out where to store your pellets. The pellets are worth more, but if you're using them mostly for feed, doesn't make a lot of difference. Now, the other thing I am going to do today, how big's our cart? We've got the half pipe, that is 12,000 litres. Now I just added this, which is 29,500 litres, twice as big, and it's specifically designed for beets and cutting beets when you unload them. And that would be a good thing. We'll unload, we'll take the beets down to the rail yard and just empty them there and chop them while we're emptying. When you've got to transport 200,000 litres of sugar beets down to town, I'm not too worried about 29,500 litres being too much. I do generally try to avoid being too cheaty. So some of the mods you've got, it's a 30,000 litre trailer, but on cheat mode it'll ship 400,000. It's sort of, I like to put a little bit of work into it. I mean, technically I could use the half pipe and the bucket we have, unload the sugar beets into the bucket, chop the sugar beets into the half pipe, and end up with chopped sugar beets to ship to town. But it's that takes a long time. So just having a big trailer that I can just haul the sugar beets to town, chop them as I unload them, okay, that's fine. I've still got to drive to town 10 times. And this is, it's not an instantaneous trip. A lot of the time, what I tend to do, one of the criteria I use when I'm setting up a farm is I look at all of the sell points on the map and what I'm planning to do. So our farm has sheep, goats, chickens, horses, cows. Horses don't produce anything. So there's no, I could put a horse farm anywhere on the map. It doesn't matter. Cow farm, cows produce milk. They also produce slurry and manure. So either being close to the dairy or being close to the BGA is a good plan. So if there is a farm close to the BGA, for example, then yeah, having a cow farm there is a good idea. Pigs only produce manure or slurry and many babies. So I don't, being close to the animal dealer is probably the best plan for a pig farm. Chickens make eggs, bakery, I don't know what else. But wherever you can sell eggs, it's a good place to put your farm. If you're not into animals, then maybe just having a somewhere close to a grain sell point. And being close to a grain sell point, normally there's 2 or 3 grain sell points on the map. Being close to a grain sell point means that if I can't be bothered to drive all the way across to the other side of the map, I can just sell stuff at the local one. But otherwise, if I want the best price and I don't mind putting in the time to drive across the map, then I'll do the long drive. So where my starting farm is always a consideration of what am I doing and where can I sell it? Because I'm going to save the most time transporting stuff to sale if the sell point isn't too far away from the farm. I mean, you look at this map. We're on a dirt track now. Not sure that's a farm. I think that's a farm. I think it also has... I don't know. Actually, that is a farm. So that would make a good farm because it's really close to wherever. This up here is the wood mill. Over here, there's another farm, not as big as the one we have, but it's over here. You have to drive all the way down to get to all the sell points. This one here, it's the biggest farm, so I went for this one. Didn't know it had all the animals. It's convenient for the BGA. This one's convenient for the BGA, but they're not convenient for anything else. So the more efficient I can make a transport, the less driving I have to do. Never see market area on this game where you sell. Okay, sell points are these things: tip stations, grain sell point, supermarket, what's that one? Hardware store. That's the bale sell point where I sell all my bales. Up here we have, I think, methane selling station. That's a long way to go from the BGA, which creates methane. Up here we have the Grain Elevator Museum. That's not a sell point. I thought there was a pizza shop. There's also productions. So ketchup production, popcorn production. So I could possibly sell my corn there. If I can't sell my corn there, I could buy that and ship my corn there. Down here we've got a tailor shop. We've got a pizzeria, a bakery. Whoops. Oh, I can buy that land. Wow. Don't know what I do with that land, but okay. A dairy, a corn dryer, and a grain mill. And all of these are sell points. So if I go to, not that one, if we go to prices and barley you can sell at the grain mill, the grain sell point, or Marshall. Oops. So if we go back to here, that's the grain mill. I can buy that and turn grain into flour. That's the grain sell point, and that is Grain West Silo, which you unload onto a train, and the train goes to Marshall. So, and yes, they are a bit high, but also you've got to remember this isn't a realistic game. I can't remember what settings I have. I've got it on normal difficulty. Sometimes I'll play on hard. I almost never play it on easy. So easy is rookie starting. It affects the contracts and the buying and selling of stuff. Normal is everything is half that price. Hard is everything is half again, so a quarter of the easy price. So I'm playing on normal mode on this map. I could play on hard mode. My very first stream was on Lawfolds in Farm Sim 17, and I did play on hard mode for that. And I still, over the course of 2 years, ended up buying half the land on the map. So it's not impossible. It affects contract income as well. So if you think, if we look at contracts, there's no big ones at the moment. But ploughing contract, 19,000 to do that. That's not exactly a big field. 15 acre field. You get paid 19,000. That's a lot of money. But the money is a conceptual thing. What stuffs? I missed what I said. What in relation to what? What stuffs? $19,000. Yeah. So $19,000 to harvest a field. I don't think a contractor would normally get paid that, even if he's providing his own equipment. So the money is a little bit unrealistic. The income is potentially a little bit unrealistic, but you put in the time, you get paid the money. Okay, we are done selling bales, so I think I want to look at the stuff we sell. So, done with that. Now, we've been driving around for a bit, so I think turn that off, jump out. I should be able to look back here. And yeah, wall now doesn't have the exclamation point because it's got stuff. And if we go to eggs, the eggs are storing. I think that egg pallet, I need to push that egg pallet back into the storage thing. That's strange. I'm doing that as storing, they don't have lots in there. How much is in that one? 1,000 pieces. It's a little bit bugged by the looks of it. Doesn't matter. So I could knock down that and build a new one and get a different dog. I'm not going to bother. So October 4, we sold the bales. That was the plan for today. 237,000 money. There was nothing on sale that I want right now, so this is my house. Yes, I have an awesome house. You can't go in it. That's my garage. I can't open the door, so I can't put the truck away. So we will sleep until, so it was October, November. No, you can't go in the house. Some modders do create houses you can go inside. Most of them don't. And sometimes it can get really frustrating because of the width of that door. You can get stuck on the door frame and, you know, I need to go inside to sleep and I can't get through the front door sometimes. So sometimes it's just easier to sleep on the porch. Right, that was a new month. So what did we come up with? Ooh, that's a nice truck. I don't think I need... Actually, I think I might have that truck. I do not have that truck. What do I have? Oh, I have the square nose Mack truck. Okay, there's an 8R. Oh, hush. Ultra T I like. They're good tractors. Not really that American. Hush. Oh. Thank you. Okay. Good to know. Hush. So, yeah. That's... If I was on a European map, I would consider getting that tractor. That's a white one. Okay. It's T195. So 210 horsepower. That's not a bad tractor even for the small engine. The Class Terra Track is a forage harvester. We ain't doing foraging this time. I've done more than enough foraging in my last few playthroughs. Don't really need to do any more. Oh, that's what we were going to check was corn is best sold in January. Eggs is best sold in November. Goat milk was last month. We've got a little bit. Manure, January. See, I have to buy the biogas plant to be able to sell stuff there, or to offload stuff there. And if I offload stuff there, then I need to own it, and it's 500,000. Milk, October. Seeds, no. Silage, March. Slurry, sorghum. So sorghum is January, so we need to get those shipped out by January. Soybeans is July. Sugar beets is December. So sugar beets is the next thing I want to sell. And if we look here, sugar beets are 346 at Marshall, which is just the easiest place to take them. And then we can also look at sugar beet cut, which we don't have any. You can sell those at the bale sell point for 450. Biogas plant for 433. The grain sell point again, or Marshall at 440. So 440 at Marshall or 346. So they're worth $100 more if I chop them. Oh dear, somebody wants to be reported and banned. Yes, do a report. Say they're selling viewers, and then you can ban them. Okay, meanwhile, so yeah, $100 just for chopping the beets. That's in December. So I could spray the grass field, but I'm not going to do that. I think all we need to do right now is just check animals are okay. So chickens have food, cows have food. Sheep are eating food. Yay! Finally! I have no idea what the deal with the sheeps was. I think because I sold a bunch and the thing was full. I don't know. It doesn't seem to get bigger, though, does it? Yeah, 80,000 was the size of the feed. I don't know. It used to be previous farm sims that the size of the food trough used to be based on the number of animals you had in the husbandry. So if you put one cow in, it was like 1,000 litres of food. If you had 2 cows in, you would get 2,000 litres of food. It wasn't quite that extreme, but you know, there used to be sort of a base number plus a little bit per extra animal. But it did mean that what you wanted to do before you sold any animals, you filled up the food trough to its maximum, and then you sold some animals, and then the food that was remaining would not last you 2 months; it would last you a year if you sold enough animals. So that was kind of fun. Okay, so I think, outside of what may be on sale at the store, yes, yeah, we did a big sell-off last week, actually off camera. I sold a whole ton of chickens, some of the sheeps, a lot of the cows. Oh, that's a lot of stuff for sale. What have we got? That is... Bale loader eases the collection of bales. Okay. I don't think it's an auto loader. Ah, a New Holland square baler. 15% off. There's not a great discount. Subsoiler and a forage harvester. Again, not really planning on any forage harvesting this time out. The 8R would be interesting. What is... Oh, wow. Okay. Chunky guy. This one is a 326 horsepower, which I think is the smallest engine. Yeah, that's the smallest engine. Ours is already 400 odd. So